Good morning, good day, good night, good afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. Just a good moment to you and those that you love. Listen, I am going to talk today about some reasons why people are not able to experience lasting change. It happens to the best of us. It just happens. It's like we know what we want, we know why we want it. And then for some reason, as soon as we start getting results, we change, right? Like something just stops the drive, it just stops. And so I want to talk to you about what makes people quit, what makes people stop doing what it is that they know that they need to do. Last time we spoke, which was last Sunday, we talked about three things and three reasons why people don't experience lasting change. The first reason we talked about was people just get out of practice. They stop doing the things that they were doing in the beginning. The other thing that we talked about was people rationalize. They make excuses. They tell different stories to themselves. They lie to themselves. They try to make things sound a lot less dramatic than it actually is. And also they have an ineffective strategy. They refuse to get some mentoring. They refuse to get coaching. They refuse to follow a program so they can acquire some new skills and some new habits. They just have ineffective strategies. Now I want to talk to you about the other reason why people don't experience lasting change. And that is going to be Anthony Robbins' pressure cooker effect. They get into the pressure cooker. What's the pressure cooker? This is the pressure cooker. Pain equals action equals results, and then you return back to your same old self. How is that even possible? Pain equals drive. Pain can do a couple things to us, right? We're going to go in one direction or the other. Pain, we can either go forward and really have some drive, some fuel to propel us into change, or pain can keep us stagnant because we focus so much on our pain that we're unwilling to move. Well, in this pressure cooker effect, pain actually propels you forward. Pain equals drive. A person hits a threshold. I'm going to use weight as an example because that's the easiest thing to relate to at this moment. Weight, marriage, things like that, right? A person hits a threshold. They gain so much weight. And then one day, because this happened to me, you look in the mirror and you don't even realize who you're looking at. You don't recognize the person in the mirror. And that creates so much pain because you know you could do so much better. Well, that pain, that problem, that causes a significant amount of discomfort, and they feel pressure to make a change. So what do? They jump into action. That drive turns into action, and they start doing what they need to do to start experiencing better health, to experience better weight loss, to start saving their marriage, to go back and to run or chase after the dream that they desire, right? So that pain causes you to step into action. So that pain equals drive, that drive equals action. So you go take all this massive action, you start making progress towards eliminating some aspect of the problem. So you lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds. You and your spouse are on speaking terms. You're doing what you need to do. You're loving your job, or you finally got some customers with your business, and now you're feeling a little bit better. And then the pain lessens. The intensity lessens. We start to feel more pleasure. That's not a bad thing, but we start to feel more pleasure. And then what happens? Actions lead to results. So when the intensity of the pain or the problem is reduced, the drive to continue to get results or to complete the change is lessened. And the motivation to resolve the problem is lost. Does that make sense? With a lack of pain to drive that person any longer, they gradually return to old behavior. Wow, right? Can't that speak to a lot of different aspects in a person's life? That can speak to their health. You get bad news from the doctor, you start doing what the doctor says, so you experience progress. And then because you're no longer in that pain, or because your lab results are better, and because your lab results are better, but your mind is not focused and clear, then you begin to lose the drive to stay on the path that you're on for better health. Or you have a husband or a wife that cheats on you. You go through the pain of the infidelity, of the adultery, and then because the relationship is getting better, but the mindset, the healing hadn't take place, the pain intensity is reduced, and that person goes back into old behaviors. The pressure cooker effect. Results lead to loss of drive. So you return to past actions and you return to the problem. Why do we do that? Why do we do the crazy 8 where we experience a bunch of pain? It's painful, 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 painful. And then we start to move and take action because of our pain. And then we experience results. Then we get comfortable. We stop doing what we were doing in the beginning to get the results. And then we experience pain. And then we take action and we get results, right? So we do this crazy 8 thing, as I've heard several people refer to it as, or a yo-yo thing. When you hear yo-yo dieting, right? You do not have a mindset to commit to what you're doing to experience lasting results. That matters. So while not everyone experiences the pressure cooker effect, most of us do. And how do we change that? There are ways that you can change this behavior. This is a behavior. This is actually a habit. When you get too comfortable with your situation, you get really used to this situation, to this pressure cooker effect. You start to straddle the fence. Now, this is the thing with commitment. And this might sound a little harsh and very direct, but either you're in or you're out. You can't straddle the fence. You have to be all in or you have to be all out. Otherwise, you're going to do more damage to yourself than anything. This crazy 8 doesn't just affect you. It affects people in your house. It affects anyone that you say that you're living for. It affects the people that are around you. It affects your energy levels, which in turn affect your home and the people that live in your home. Now that might sound like, well, Lanisha, I don't care. They have their own life. They can do whatever they want to do. That's all good and well. But Queen, we are the nucleus of our home. We are the center of our home. Our energy, our ability to balance this energy, our ability to experience lasting change affects our household. So, with that in mind, there are 7 steps to conscious change. The very first thing is, remember that pain, that discomfort? You need to get disturbed again. You need to get very uncomfortable. When you are in a place in your life where it is most painful, most uncomfortable, that is the time to change. Not only do you need to get disturbed, but you need to be honest with yourself. Stop telling yourself it's not as bad as it is. Stop making an excuse for why you're not doing it. Stop softening what's going on. Face your fear. Once you face your fear, once you face the problem, you can live life on your terms. You can experience lasting change, not change that's just for 30 days, but you can experience change for the rest of your life. This thing right here, this is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle change. I want to do what I'm doing until the day that I'm called to rest. This is a lifestyle. Does it mean that I'm always happy and go and giddy and go lucky and there's no problems that I ever have to deal with? Absolutely not. It just means that I take control over my emotions. I control what happens on the inside of me, because whatever happens on the inside of me is going to echo to the outside of me, right? So get disturbed, be honest with yourself, get clear and get associated with the problem. If you need to, make the problem worse than it is. If I don't start to get into a routine of showing myself love, I am going to die and I'm going to leave my kids here to fend for themselves. If I don't get this marriage, if I don't get me together first, if I don't start healing, my marriage is going to end. This divorce is for sure. My kids are going to be divided. My kids are not going to have both parents in the household. Make the issue even worse than what it is if that's what it takes for you to take action. Stop rationalizing. But not only that, surround yourself with people who have what you want. So if you know someone that's living life even at an amateur level, I call myself an amateur because I'm doing this at the amateur level. I am perfecting my habits. I am grinding every day to create new habits. I am constantly facing my pain. I'm constantly facing things so I can heal. However, I am so much better off than I was 10 years ago. I am even more better off than I was 2 years ago. And I am even more better off than I was a year ago. So find people and associate with people that are where you want to be or that are experiencing what you want to experience. Everyone needs a coach. Everyone needs a mentor. The people I look up to have more going on than I do. They are places that they are going places and doing things that I aspire to do. Those are the people that I look forward to. When I work out and want to challenge, I work out with someone like my husband, who has been in the boxing game for well over 30 years. I work out with people like Coach Robert Valor at his bag class so I can be pushed. I associate with people that are coaching others on a much higher level, on a bigger scale. Women that are promoting and organizing their own workshops, doing the things that I aspire to do on a grand scale. Get associated with people that are experiencing the things and getting the results you wish to experience. Now, I want you to do this for me. Here's a little writing exercise that I had to do in one of my programs. I want you to think of why and how do you rationalize? Actually, let's just think about how you rationalize. What does that mean for you? What are some of the reasons, the most common reasons that you fail to do things? What stories do you tell yourself? I want you to list 5 rationalizations for you that cause you and stop you from taking action. For example, I don't have time. I'm tired. It takes too long. It costs too much. It's too far away. I don't have a journal. I don't like listening to audio. She's my friend, she hasn't, I've been through the same thing she's been through. She can't teach me anything. She can't show me or share anything with me. How do you rationalize your inability to take action? That's what I want you to do. 5 things right now. Go. Let's put some music on. What are 5 ways? What are 5 ways that you rationalize your inability to take action? Pause this if you need to. Write those things down. Now I'm moving forward. The next thing you need to do is make a real decision. What do successful people have in common? Successful people make a decision. They figure out what the specific result is that they're committed to. They figure out why they want to do it and what their purpose is. And they figure out what specific actions do they need to take to make this happen. That's what successful people do. They use a technique or a method called RPM, something that Anthony Robbins is very passionate about. RPM. What is the specific result I am committed to achieving? This is the R. This is the result. Why do I want to do this and what is my purpose? This is the P in RPM, the purpose. What specific actions must I take to make this happen? This is the M. This is the massive action plan. So now what I want you to do is take a moment and I want you to write out some things in an honest way. We're going to call this exercise, let's get real. Let's get transparent. Okay. What are you unhappy about in your life, whether it be your career, your business, yourself, your rationalizations? Write down some things that are disturbing you right now. Hit pause and then press play when you're done writing those things down. All right. Next thing we need to do, step two. Step two. Step three. I'm sorry. Step three. I want to know, what are you disturbed about? Also, what are you committed to doing? So we're going to continue. I got to backtrack. I apologize. It's step two. But what are you committed to doing about what you're disturbed about? Now, if you're satisfied with yourself, then choose something different, definitely. But if there's things about you that disturb you, I want you to focus on yourself. So what are you committed to doing to get where you want to get? What are the new results that you want? Why are you committed to making those changes? So result, I am committed to doing XYZ. Press pause, write what you're committed to doing. Welcome back. You got what you're committed to doing, what you are committed to doing, your result. Now we're going to talk about purpose. I am committed to these results because. Why are you committed to your results? Go ahead and write that out now. Press pause, and then when you're done writing it out, press play. Welcome back from that. So now we are able to understand how to make a real decision. That is step two. The things I had you do just now were a part of step two. Let's move on to step three. We need to create a massive action plan. Massive action plan, the abbreviation for that is MAP, M-A-P. We have to draw our map. And not only do we need to make a map, but what good's a map if you're not going to follow the instructions, right? We need to make sure we have follow through. We need to make sure that we come up with a list of actions that will absolutely, without a doubt, produce results, because that's what we're after. So I'm only going to give you steps 1 through 3. If you want steps 1 through 7, and if you want the other information, you absolutely have to join the workshop, because this is where we're able to dive in and get a little bit deeper and get perspectives from not just Anthony Robbins, but get some perspectives from the law of attraction, from Wayne Dyer, from Lisa Nichols, from all the programs I've had the absolute pleasure of going through, of learning. I'm a student of life. And so there is never enough information that I could learn. Never. I always want to be learning. I'm always improving, always constantly improving. So we are going to brainstorm some action plans. We are going to choose the result that you're committed to achieving. If it's within yourself, beautiful. Let's focus on that. And we're going to list all the things you could do to achieve it. What can you do to achieve the result that you want? Don't worry about a perfect list. I'm not looking for perfection. You shouldn't be looking for perfection. Just brainstorm, and whatever comes to your mind, write that down and include all the little things that you can do immediately, like signing up for the workshop, coming to the 5 a.m. cardio, the 5 a.m. workout session with the TTIN Queens, reaching out to me as your life coach or your lifestyle coach. Reaching out to someone else to see how they can help you with the changes that you desire to make. Never leave without setting a goal, without doing something towards this achievement. If you got to send an email, send me an email. Make a phone call to me. Book a one-on-one session with me. Go buy a book. Go listen to a book. Always leave. Always, always, always. When you make a decision, you must follow up with some action right away. Even the smallest bit of action matters, but you must follow up with action. What's your action? You can comment on this video and ask me to reach out to you. You can call me personally, text me who it is so I can get back to you, schedule a time to get back to you. You can download some audiobooks. You can read a book. You can go move your body right away. There are plenty of little things you can do to create change with that one thing that disturbs you that you want to see very soon.